Welcome back to LearnWire. Now in this video it's going to be a Seodity tutorial. We're going to learn how to find keywords that we can rank for. I think I've only done one video. I've done a couple videos. I've done one Seodity review, like a formal review on this, and then I also did a Ubersuggest versus Seodity. But in this case, I'm going to take this tool, we're going to go dive into it a little further, but it's going to be more keyword research heavy. Like we're going to use this tool as if we don't have Ahrefs or Ubersuggest, and we're going to use it in a way that we can actually do, let's see how well we can do our keyword research for one of our websites, right? So let's go and log in real quick and go to the app. We are logged in, and obviously we're going to go through here and we're going to go, I'm going to click on here, and right here it's looking like it's tracking even more. It found another almost 100 keywords that one of my sites is ranking for. That's cool. Looks like the traffic is up and so forth. So you can get some vitals on your site. Pretty cool. But what we're really going to do is we're going to be using this keyword research section over here. Okay. So this is the keyword section. We have keyword suggestions, ideas, related keywords, and let me look for a niche over here. I'm going to go to the keyword library inside of RankIQ because they just have the best niche selection tool ever. They've broken down all the niches that you can go into, like woodwork. That one might be kind of cool. Let's go into woodwork right here. So woodwork is going to band saw. So we can search for things like saw, saw blade, woodwork. Let's do that. Saw blade. So let's say we have some type of woodworking website. That'll be fun. And we're going to go into here and I'm just going to type in saw blade and United States English search keywords. One thing I notice immediately is that I do like how fast this pulls up data. Now we already know that this does not have the amount of keyword database that Ahrefs, SEMrush, and Ubersuggest. They're going to have some of the largest, if not the largest, keyword databases out there. Okay, so we need to keep that in mind. But if we're along for the ride, we're supporting Seodity. This is our tool we're using, and they're going to continue to add keywords and add to their database. Then that's great, right? So we're going to come through here. We're looking at about 13,000 keywords that are mentioning saw blade of some sort. Now we are in the keyword suggestions. I want to see what keyword ideas shows. So keyword ideas, there's even more very specific keywords right here. We have another 2.65K right there. And then related keywords is saying saw blade. So this part right here kind of doesn't make any sense to me. Under related keywords, in other tools such as Ubersuggest, the related keywords section is what pulls the most keywords. And I'm not doing a comparison in this one, but that's where I would expect it to have like a couple 100,000 keywords right there. So obviously related keywords is probably not going to do much for us unless there's something in here that I don't know. But again, this is not something we're going to be using. The keyword ideas and the keyword suggestions. So I'm going to go with keyword suggestions for now. Okay. Now, there's some preset filters right here, and I don't really know what keyword difficulty minimum 50%. If we're looking at a minimum 50%, then that means that, so they have this backwards. If I click on this, then that means that everything that we're looking at, this is actually kind of silly, guys. They need to fix this. If I had to guess, they actually are meaning that the keyword difficulty, if there's going to be a quick thing right here that the average user is going to use, it's going to be maximum. This needs to be a maximum of 50%, right? Because who's going to come in here and look for really difficult keywords? I don't know who recommends keyword research that way, but that's not the way to do keyword research. So these quick little things right here are just not helpful. Okay, so I'm going to exit out of that. We've got our 13,000 back. I'm going to go back to into filters. Okay, so column, we're going to, and let me just say one thing. I don't really like the filter system here. I mentioned this in my last video. They need to there's a bunch of space right here that they could just add, just like Ubersuggest has. and Ahrefs, all the great tools, they have quick presets right here. They have quick filtering options, and you want to make this super easy and super simple, and guess what? Super fun to use. And while Seodity, I really like its crisp, clean, great UI, and it's fast, it's still missing the user experience on some of the pages. Okay, just want to mention that. Nothing to go and return the product or anything like that, but still, we got to click on the filters. We're going to have to go open this up. I want to go KD. I'm going to say on. I'm going to say ascending, and then so you have to do all those things in order just to get the filter to come out right here. And I want to look for KD that is less than, and then I guess right here, I'm just going to say 50. Save. So then now we're looking at 7,000 keywords, right? 7,000 keywords that have a less than 50 KD, and it's ascending. So these are going to be the easiest keywords, right, that we're going to go for. Now, let's do something, a couple different things. I don't think they have keyword lists, and that is something that they just absolutely are missing out on. We need a keyword list. I'm not seeing, it could be that I'm just not seeing it, but there's no way if we highlight some of these, right? We're highlighting these, and I'm not seeing a keyword list. So if you add to the tracker, you're going to max out your tracker, and I don't want to track any of these. I haven't even created any content on these, right? So that is not what we would want to do. So now you've selected your keywords over here, and now you're going to just push the export button, CSV, and then generate. So let's see what this looks like. It should be about 10 keywords. We have our download. Okay, so it's downloading over here, and let's see what that download looks like, guys. All right, so again, this, and I did bring this up in Ubersuggest, so they really have some things that they need to fix in the software. And honestly, this video, I really just wanted to create just a useful video that we could go out and do keyword research. But the problem with this is, so I'm gonna have to take this, and I believe we can maybe do a if I go to data here, and I'm not sure, might be a text to column. What's separating is we're gonna have to go like this. We're gonna have to go with other, and it's actually a semicolon, next, and finish. So you're gonna have to delimit this on your own, and then now we have something that we can at least look at and work with, right? So we have the search volume here. We're looking at about 15 keywords, but let me look over here real quick. So 13, 14, 15. Okay, so I selected like 12 keywords, but on my download actually downloaded the whole thing. So 15 keywords, right? So you can't even manually select how many you want. The checkbox is only going to serve your purpose for if you're going to add this to the tracker, right? So that is kind of they're forcing you to use the tracker, and then you could go into your tracker and export the keywords that way. So really, they need to fix that. Okay, so now with all that said, with all the things that I'm just really not liking about the keyword research section, how would we use this? All right, well, you could still use this, and I believe I got an email that they're supposed to be fixing this to where you can default this to whatever number you want. So like if I want 200, I'm going to look at the first 200 keywords right here, right? So we have all these keywords right here. Really cool stuff, right? So we could take this whole thing, and what if I wanted to export the entire thing? I don't think it will let us export the entire thing. We're looking at 200 keywords. If I push the export button, it should actually allow us to download the entire thing, but it's not letting us. There's no question right here that's saying, hey, download all 7,000. It's not letting us do that. It's only letting us download a max of 200. So I'm going to go ahead and say generate download, and I'm going to make a guess that this is only going to be the 200. We come over here, and it is only the 200, right? Then we got to come over here. Then you got to go to data and text to columns. up, you got to highlight just the column. Text to columns, delimited, then right there, and then say finish, and there you go. Okay, so we only get to do 200 at a time. Now, if I wanted to do more, keywords, we're going to have to come through here, and we're going to have to go to the next page. So go to next page, and then we have 200 more. You're going to download those. All right, so we've got all these keywords, right? We've got their search volume. Let's see if we can do some better filtering. So I'm going to take this off. I'm going to go back to filters. I'm going to do KD, ascending on, and then we're going to do, let's see, between 0 and let's go with 10. I'm going to add another filter in here, and let's go with search volume. We want on, ascending. We might want descending. I'm not really sure. Yeah, let's go descending on this one. Let's go on. And we want our search volume between. I like between. We're going to go with 10. And let's go with 1,000, right? And this would be the filtering that you probably would use for your new website. I imagine most people that are doing keyword research like this don't have a massive authority site, or they may not even have a DA of 30 or something like that. So you are going to be wanting to go with less competitive keywords. So I think that this filtering hopefully is going to narrow down these 12,000, almost 13,000 keywords, and we will have something smaller to work with. So let's go with this. Save. And now we're looking at 115 keywords that we know have low KD, so keyword difficulty. We know that they have search volume, right? So this would be really, really good. Now what you can do is we could go in here and export this one. I'm going to go ahead and do generate download. This is the way that I would probably use this tool to do keyword research. Now what you can do with this tool, again, I'll show you guys that trick in case you don't know. You're going to left click the column over here. You're going to go to data. I really like Excel. I've used Excel for years. I actually prefer Excel over Google Sheets. And anybody that says they prefer Google Sheets over Excel are people that just never used Excel before. I can tell you that in the general work arena, that 95% of companies are going to use Microsoft products when you are doing some real data analytics. Excel is far more powerful. It can handle over 1 million lines in one sheet, and just all the different things that you can do inside of Excel. And so kind of went off on a rant there, but anyways, Excel, in my opinion, is more powerful and better than Google Sheets, but most people have access to Google Sheets. You'll be able to do this exact thing in Google Sheets as well. So don't worry about that. I just don't know where it would be in Google Sheets, but I'm going to go to data and I'm going to go to text to columns. And it's going to remember what we've done this whole time, and then we can just push finish, and then there you go. So now we have all of our keywords. We have our volume. We could sort by volume. Now, a couple things that we can do. Now, since this is not like a ton of keywords, it's only 100, I would probably go through here and create parent topics. Like if things look like they go together, maybe paneling right here, find if there's another paneling, just to make sure that you're not really creating the same content twice. But in general right here, we're probably going to be creating some pretty unique content if we just go with these keywords right here. Again, you could take these keywords and you could go, if you have Writer's End, and use the clustering feature there to see if you can get these to be clustered. I could show you how to do that real quick. We'll go like this and go shift. That's just not working for me lately. I don't know why. I think it's because I'm not in an actual sheet. It's because I'm in a CSV. I'm going to go ahead and copy these keywords right here. We'll come back over into here. And I wasn't going to do like include Writer's End in here. Now, by all means, you do not have to have Writer's End in order to do this. I'm just showing you, because I know a lot of you have both of these tools now, and I'm showing you how I would use both tools to do my research. So we're going to come up over here, and we're going to go keyword importer, import, and I'm just going to say it was saw blade low comp or low KD, and then 10 to 1,000. I like to label this stuff because if you have a spreadsheet, then the next time we can go with low KD, but we want to go with 1,000 or higher, something like that. Another cool thing that we could have done inside of here that are really good tips for keyword research, I believe, is that since we only got 100 keywords right here, we could actually go in to our filters and we could do KD. We could actually take this up, or we could take the volume up, and so forth, right? So like right here, if we move this up to 20 and then say save, I want to see how many keywords we get now. So we get way too many keywords, right? So then I'll go back over here. We'll take this down to maybe 13 and see where we're at, because we know we're only going to really get 200 at one time, right? And until they figure out a better way to do this, we're still at 1.3K. And you would have more keywords right here. So then you would actually be able to go and do an export right here and grab all those keywords. So right now we're looking at 255 keywords. So we would go and do an export right here, generate, download. I'm going to go ahead and pull this one because we're going to have a little bit better sample, right? Go back in data, text to columns, next, finish. And then I'm going to take all these keywords right here. It's going to grab us the 200 keywords. Right? And then we can go copy, we can go back into Writer's Zen, and we're going to go right here. And then actually I think this one we did actually keyword difficulty 11. So now we have our 200 keywords. You can import up to 12,000 keywords right there. I'm going to go add, and then it's going to go out and do its thing. I'll be back and show you what the results of the cluster is in a minute. Okay, so once you have your keywords in here and you've imported them into Writer's Zen, you can do so much more. This is just a more powerful tool. We could scrape keywords from Seodity, bring them in here, and then there's so many things we can do. We can sort by word count, cost per click, volume, include, exclude. They just have a better filtering system, right? We can even use their golden filter and so forth. But the way that I've been doing keyword research lately, and just to keep it kind of more simple, is that we already know that these are easy to rank for keywords because we already did the KD, right? So since we already know that they're low keyword difficulty, we don't really need to do any kind of golden filters or anything, in my opinion. But what we can do is go to the cluster feature and push cluster all, and then we're going to go activate, boom. And we're going to cluster these keywords. We're only clustering about 200 keywords, so it shouldn't take too long. I'm going to pause the video. I'll be right back and show you what the results are. Okay, so that took all of a couple minutes, and we get a really nice overview right here. You can use this to sort of look through, and you can actually sort this over here by volume and such as well. Looking at the highest volume clusters over here, and you can see that we have 44 keywords that it actually did cluster and about 97 that it didn't cluster. So now we would just export all, and I'm just going to say that this was saw blade easy cluster, something like that. And we'll go check this out, guys. So just a number of different ways, kind of just opening your mind to what you can do with the different tools and different ways that I would use it. We're going to come over here, clustered keywords. You already have 44 articles right here, boom, that you can go for because we did cluster these. So I like using the clustering feature, and the reason why is because every single one of these was a keyword in there. They all mean the same thing. It's just that people put a dash, some people put the /, things like that. So those all can just be one article right here, right? So that's one article. The DeWalt circular saw blade, DeWalt metal cutting saw blade, those are the same thing, right? So include that in your article right there. So I really like the clustering method. It's going to help you prevent you from creating all of these spiral blade scroll saw, spiral scroll saw blade. If you write an article for each one of those, 1, 2, 3, 4, it's just going to be basically the same content on your site written multiple times. It's not going to help you rank for any one article, so it's better to just create a page right here and then put all these in there, include those in there right naturally, and go write your article. So that's the way that I would use Seodity. I think Seodity does have a long way to go with adding features. I'm going to go up here into settings and see if there's a way that we can switch the reports, maybe on-site, max internal pages, speed. I'm not seeing it, but I did get an email where we're supposed to be able to go and switch that out, but I'm not seeing a way to do that just yet. but supposedly we're supposed to be able to come in and have this automatically be 200 keywords right here. But another thing that they need to allow us to do is if they, I mean, to me, it looks like they have a 200 hard limit right now on 200 lines of data to export. That makes it hard to do keyword research and then do keyword clustering and such. So the way that I would use this tool, guys, honestly, if this is your tool and you're going to use it, I think that the KD, they have really good KD scores. I think that they're onto something with the quality of them measuring the KD. So I do like that. When I've checked all these, I've checked a lot of the KDs, and they do generally check out in other tools as low competition keywords. So that's really good, right? Those are some good things about this. And the search volume, I believe, is very accurate as well. It measures right up there with Ahrefs and Ubersuggest. But some of the ways that I would deal with this is just to do your filtering in here. And I actually would do the filtering, find the keywords in here that you want to go with. I would either cluster them if you have Writer's Zen. If you don't have that, then just go and go with the keywords that you want to go for, and then just add them to your rank tracker, and then go in there and just you'll be able to write your, add to rank tracker, right? We can add them and just push save. And for whatever reason, I'm getting an arrow down there. I think it probably still added because I'm going to go into rank tracker now. And then once you're tracking your keywords and you wrote the article and you don't really want to track it, then you can just go in there and then push the delete button, right? So like right over here, you just click that and you would just push the delete button, okay? So that's how I would use Seodity. I think that this is a really good, like Seodity, I really like for getting the web vitals. I really like this kind of stuff right here that it's doing for us is really cool. Organic traffic, and then looking at organic traffic from different websites, doing competitive research, especially for paid traffic, and seeing what people are paying for on their traffic. I think it has a good on-site SEO tool to fix things. The Content Explorer, discover which content works best for your competitors, things like that. So I think that they have some really good stuff, and then the backlinks as well. The keyword research is something that I think that they need to improve on a little bit, but that's where we're at with Seodity right now with keyword research. I think that hopefully it's going to get better. Hopefully they're going to add more tools. Hopefully we can export more keywords in the future, and hopefully they'll have more data to look at for doing your keyword research. So that's it for this video. Hope this brought some type of value for you guys. If it did, hit that like button. Much appreciated, and I'll see you in the next video.